All right, so I want to real quick hit on 3 ways to be an intentional parent. 3 ways to be an intentional parent. Number 1, make the child embrace the behavior. You got to make the child embrace the behavior. So at an early age, you're going to have to make them read the Bible. You're going to have to make them go to church. You're going to have to make them do it. And by the way, a young age might be both literally and physical age, but it might be maturity. And you might have to make them, no matter what their age is, make them do something. And I want to say this, for me, that happened in my family growing up. We were made to go to church. And coming out of the series we just did, I grew up under Pastor Jimmy Evans' teaching. And 30 years ago, he was talking about end-time stuff. And I remember, as a teenager, what that spoke to me at the time. And I want to say this to you. If out of that series you go, wow, well, there's a lot of great revelation, or you find yourself going, whoa, what do I do with that? I will tell you 2 things it did for me. First, it made me want to get into the Word. It gave me a hunger for the Word. I saw the revelation Jimmy was getting, and I thought, man, I want to know that. So it made me want to get in the Word. And the second thing it did as a teenager is it made me want to walk the straight and narrow. I thought, if Jesus come back tomorrow, I'm not going to be out messing around. And it really was something that made me want to raise the standard in my own life. And so I encourage you, look at it, but that would not have happened if my parents hadn't made me go to church. So if you're a parent that goes, yeah, but there's a certain age, I give them some freedom, no. Make them embrace the behavior. The second thing, model the behavior in your own life. They need to see you model spiritual growth. So many people know my dad, he's gone to McDonald's for years. I mean, I grew up thinking God apparently just went to McDonald's because that's where my dad went to meet him. But what he was modeling for me was this idea of I've got to find something that works for me. What is it for me that works? And that worked for him to be able to get away, and he went someplace, and that's where he had his quiet time. So that was modeling something for me. Also, my grandfather passed away about 2 years ago, but up into his last days, he would talk about the things that God was doing in his life, the things that he was teaching and what God was saying to him. And I thought, what this is showing me is the idea of spiritual development. You never arrive. You're not ever, I finally am a disciple. No, it's a continual process where you're learning and seeking after God. So you have to model that behavior in your own life. The third thing is you have to mentor your child so the behavior sticks. If you just let it kind of happen and you assume they get it, no, you got to mentor them so that behavior sticks. It's discussing Scripture with them. It's pulling away to actually say, did you get, this last series provides a great opportunity for family discussions. What did you get out of that? And I want to encourage you with this, parents. It's okay to say, I don't know. Sometimes you have to go and you have to look into the Scripture together. I think that kind of authenticity and transparency are what kids are looking for. We have a very skeptical generation that our kids are growing up in, so they're going to be skeptical. But if you could be willing to say, let's find this together, and be willing to do that, that's part of the mentoring process that I want to encourage you to do.